Let's talk about microdosing. For those who doesn't know anything about microdosing, I'm talking about taking a little amount of a substance that makes you high if you take more. I'm talking about mushrooms. But these mushrooms are not the mushrooms that you cook pasta with, not shiitake, but same, the mushrooms that grow in nature. But these mushrooms, they get you high. If you don't take too much, meaning 0.1 gram, 0.2 grams, 0.3 grams, I think the line is between like 0.3, 0.4 grams, then it's considered microdosing. And it's scientifically proven that microdosing reduces anxiety. Microdosing is good for depression. It's a natural antidepressant, and some of the doctors are highly suggesting, not even as an alternative, but as medication, to use these mushrooms for therapeutical use as medicine. I microdose, and I highly suggest to everyone, either you have depression or anxiety, and who doesn't have anxiety these days, 2023, or you don't have any problems, or you're so happy in your life, still alter your mind. You feel different. When you take this substance in a very small dose, even, you start to feel earth. First of all, you start realizing leaves are greener. They're green, but you never looked at leaves before. Or you start hearing birds, not hallucinating. You start paying attention to birds. You're like, okay, birds are singing today. Maybe they're singing for me. Why do birds sing? It's great. One thing that I do, I microdose maybe once or twice a week, but there's a habit of mine. I love doing it, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this. I love working out on shrooms. I don't really abuse the substance. I microdose more than regular microdose, but it's microdose for me, and I go to the gym. It's my pre-workout. You don't really feel anything pre-workout. I take it, I go to the gym, and then once you start working out and your heartbeat is getting to a level, you start feeling invincible. You're the king of the universe. There is no weight you can't lift. There is no move you can't do. You can do all of them. And you do, because every barrier we have is in here. When you're lifting weights at the gym, you're like, okay, I'm lifting 100 pounds, 120 pounds. It's so hard. Okay, I'll do 10 of these, 140 pounds. When you're on shrooms and, maybe you have a little bit of music, it's your world. You don't even think about the possibility of how many I can do. You're like, I'll do one more, and you do it. And then one more and one more. Also, what I realized, so you start working out, and then the blood is flowing, and your heart rate, and you feel happy, and then you're so strong, you feel like a bullet. Usually by the end of my workout, I start getting all kind of creative ideas about anything. I solve my problems, creative solutions for my work, or new ideas about work. I'm an investigator of life. Anyway, so I ask questions constantly. It's nothing I can stop. And I kind of like being like this, because if we're not going to question, why are we human, why are we thinking? But too much questioning probably is not good for you, especially if you're not finding answers. But this, when I microdose and I'm working out, the answers I find, or the creative solutions or creative ways or creative anything, it doesn't come from asking questions. They just appear. And that's what I love about shroom ideas. After I go to steam room and relax and manifest and meditate. It's great. It's interesting. In 2020, I think, I was working as an second AD. I was working as a second assistant director for this promo shoot, advertisement, commercial video for Mike Tyson's fight that year that he did. And I remember, so as a second AD, your job is to take care of the talent. In this case, talent is Mike Tyson. So I'm handling Mike, whatever he wants, He didn't want anything. He just asked for cashews, he asked for water, and he asked, this is interesting actually, he asked every woman to leave set that day. He said no woman on set, which we had to hit our producer. She was actually like sitting behind a chair, because she's the producer, like how can she leave the set? But yeah, he wanted cashews, he had water, he asked women to leave, and I realized he was eating shrooms, dried mushrooms, and I was like, whoa. And then I Googled. He's actually an advocate on shrooms, and he loves taking shrooms and working out, boxing and stuff. I play basketball on shrooms too. It's great. It's great. Anyway, I think that's all I want to say about microdosing. And I will be talking about mushrooms more on this podcast.